Hello there. My name is Faisal Abbas. Today's session will be short and sweet. We're going to be covering how to create key pairs in AWS console. So Amazon actually recently started offering two types of key pairs, PPK and PEM. Previously, they used to offer only one type, which was .PEM. Um, now that we have two options here, and the third one is a default one, which was previously as well. That is to generate your own key pair. So we're going to be covering all three types here. So let's dig right in. So let's log into the console. URL is console.aws.amazon.com. So I am already logged in. Let me just quickly go in there. Here you see that I logged in with my my ID, and I have set my default region to North Virginia. Excuse me. All right, so now let's go into the EC2 services. So there are multiple ways of going in there. One is we can go through the all services under the compute. You see the EC2, or you can click on services here and then click EC2. So both the links, they're gonna take you, right there. So you see that I do not have any instance running, no snapshot, key pairs are 0 at this time. I can go under the resources, I can click on key pairs, or on your left-hand side, you see under the network and security, you see the key pairs. Let me just quickly put some spotlight here for you as well. All right, so you see that here, the key pairs. Under the network and security, or under the resources, you can see the key pairs. Both the links will take you to the same location. So I'm going to click on the key pairs here. As I clicked on key pairs, you see that I have no key pair at this time. It's all blank slate for us. Top right hand side, you see that create key pair. So I'm going to click on it. As I click on create key pair, it is giving me option. What file format do I want to save my key pair as? One is .pem, other one is PPK. PPK is mainly for using for the Putty sessions, and PM is mainly for the OpenSSH sessions. Our Mac users, you do not need to create PPK file. You can use PM file directly to log in, log in or access your Windows instances or Linux instances. On the other hand, our Windows users, those who are using Windows operating system on their desktops or laptops, I would suggest to get the PPK. But I'll tell you both the methods of accessing your instances. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this PM file to access my Windows Amazon instances, and .ppk to access my Linux instances. So first we're going to create PM file. I clicked on it. I'm going to just name it as my Windows AMI key. Okay. You can name it whatever you like. You can have 255 ASCII character limit here. All right, so I'm going to click on create key pair here. Soon as I click on it, you will see at the bottom that the key will be downloaded as well to my downloads folder. So once I click on it, you see that it is downloaded. The screen is changed. It is downloaded. So my file is saved here, and I'll show you in a bit. So the key is created with a unique fingerprint and a unique ID. Now what we're going to do is so this is the .pem file. We're going to create another key pair. I'm going to click again on the right hand side, click on key pair. This time PPK. So this time I'm going to name it as my Linux AMI instance. Okay, just to keep them both separate, I just named it as this. I'm going to click on it, create key pair. My Linux AMI instance key pair is also created with the unique fingerprint and unique key ID. Both the keys, none of the keys have the same fingerprint or anything common in the fingerprints or the ID. We have two keys created here. Let's just quickly go over the third option, which is to import your key pair, which is like you create your own key. Instead of Amazon creating a key for you, you would like to create your own key and then get it uploaded to Amazon console. Okay, how to do that? In order to do that, before we go and import the key pair, we need a tool which is called Puttygen. So I'm gonna I already have that installed. I'm sure you guys will do as well. If not, just put your comment in the comment section, and or you know what? I'll put it in the description section where to download this Puttygen from. All right, so click on Puttygen. Once I have the Puttygen here, it is just a small tool, nothing fancy in it. Here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this generate a public and private key pair. So I'm gonna click on generate. Once I click on generate, nothing's happening because you see that please generate some randomness by moving the mouse over the blank area. So in this blank area, just keep moving your mouse until this green bar goes to its destination. All right, so our key pair is generated. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the key pair as is. We cannot make any changes to it. It's it's grayed out. Key comments that it's an RSA key generated on this date. There are different types of key pairs available: RSA, DSA. These are the common one, and then ECDSA and 25519 or SHA-1. They are not so much common in use. All right, so let's just leave the key comment as is, or you can put whatever key comment you want. Key passphrase, we'll just keep it blank for now. In our subsequent sessions, once we go to cover the security section, that's where we're gonna talk about, hey, what is this key passphrase gonna help me out with? Now that I have a key generated, I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save the public key and also save the private key, both. So I'm gonna click on save public key, and I am going to just save it in my downloads folder for now. So I'll just name it as my generated public key. I just named it as is, and I'll just click save. And after saving the public key, I'm going to save the private key as well. Okay, I'm going to click on it. It is giving me a warning. Do you want to save it without the passphrase? Let's just proceed with yes for now. All right, so I'm going to name it as my generated private key. Okay, and you see that's in the save as type, you see that PPK, which is a private key type format. All right, so this is my key, which I just saved it. All right, so now the task with this putty key generator, Puttygen, is complete. We're gonna come back here. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go in there, and I am inside my key pairs. I'm gonna drop down the actions right next to the create key pair, drop down the actions, import key pair. Okay, I'm gonna click on it. It is asking me a couple of things. It's asking for the name. What name do I want to give it to the key which I'm going to import? So let's just name it as my locally generated key. Okay, it is asking for the key pair file. Okay, and which key pair file? Remember, we downloaded two files. One was the public key and one was the private key. It is looking for the public key. Okay, public key contents. So I'm going to drop down. I'm going to click on the browse, and I'm going to go. I am in my downloads folder, but I am not able to see the file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it down to all files, *.*. Okay, it is asking me for my private key, public key. So this is my public key, which we just generated through the Puttygen. I clicked on it. All right, so it imported the content here. Once I click on import key pair, now our locally generated key is imported as well in here. So now I have three keys at this time. Two of them are generated by Amazon, and the third one is I generated and then I uploaded here. One of them is the PPK format, another one of them is the PEM format, and the third one which we uploaded, that is also PPK format. All right, so I'm going to stop recording here, and we're going to, in our next video, we're going to talk about how to utilize these key pairs to access our Linux and Windows instances. Thank you much, guys. See you in our next video.